And welcome back, everyone, to Nero Sleeping. I don't remember what we did last, other than us do this. We fought Altera or something. I don't remember. I know we're getting close to the end of the game, so there's that. But yeah, it's been 2 weeks. Once more, did not learn my lesson. And sorry, I had to get a sip of water there. But I'll try to remember how to play, as one does. But yeah, hopefully everybody had a Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays and all that good jazz. I know I had a pretty good day. It snowed here a little bit, which is super rare. So yeah, we'll go ahead and start. Like I said, we're close to the end of the game. Like, real close. At least the main story. So, Chapter 5. Oh, this actually might be like the last area. We might actually beat this like this week or next week. The main story, that is. I had a dream. I don't think it was my dream. I think I was spying on a dream that someone else had. I'm strangely certain of this. It wasn't my own experience. It was like I was watching a film projected onto a screen. A fragment of the record. Oh look, it's this stuff. I've seen that before. The Sea of Stars, a teardrop, the burning earth, the downfall of the gods, the ravaged planet, the end of civilization and the destruction of life. Destruction, subjugation, screaming and weeping, terror and howling. The White Titan, swelling on the horizon, and a beam. Special beam cannon? Something that shines so brightly. The light covers everything, covers the world. I don't know why they say the light like 3 times there. It's very weird in that sentence. The Titan, for all its power and savagery, crumbles to the ground and disappears. And then in the darkness of the moon, the cyber frame that holds the memories of the White Titan is all that's left. That which was left in the zero dark, forgotten by the Umbral Star as it headed into the Sea of Stars beyond. That which only exists to wait 14,000 years for the return of the Umbral Star. Without anyone to talk to, without any outside interference, without anything to do, trapped in a cold cavern, a little different from a coffin. The sweet embrace of sleep would have been a luxury. The cyber frame held life, intelligence, and all the necessary parts to function, but never knew sleep. Its brain never had a chance to rest. Without sleep, without dreams, without moving the slightest in the dark, without seeing anything, only reflecting on the memories it had of destroying the earth alone. All that time, in the place where it had no input or output, that cyber frame, it's remained for eons. Oh, she's sleeping again, all alone. Well, she's not really sleeping, but...
良い夢見という面持ちではないな。その方を伝う涙こそなかったが、悲しい顔をしていた。どんな夢を見たのだ、奏者よ。世はつらい。
No, not your heart.
そなたの悲しむ顔を見るなど、胸が張り裂ける思いだぞ。
My fuzzy consciousness clears as Saber's voice reaches my ears. Was this her first time sleeping in the same bed, or has she slept by my side for countless nights? It's comforting to wake up next to such a warm, soft presence. Saber's golden hair shines like the sun, and the sight of it shakes some of the heaviness from my eyelids.
ソルよりもミューズが良いぞと何度言わせる。やり直しを要求すると言いたいところだが、残念だ。すでにセラフは朝を迎えた。休息の夜は終わり、出陣の時間だ。まどろみに甘える時間は今はない。それでも聞いておかねばな。
Your smiling face.
ヨットの夢か。嬉しいことを言ってくれる。不意打ち気味ゆえな。今のは胸が弾んだぞ。しかし、それは良くない気遣いだぞ、マスター。そもそも世の笑みがあれば、そなたが泣きそう
I
な
mean, she's got a
顔をす
point.
るもの
She's
か。
definitely got a point there.
であろう。
At Saber's urging, my mouth opens on its own. I somehow string the words together. I tell her what I saw in the dream, floating somewhere deep within my mind. The story of the White Titan that turned the ground into a sea of fire, and then finally headed beyond a distant horizon of a bright land. And the long, unbearably long days within the shadowy Zero Dark. All said, it must have been
14000年か。未明領域。ムーンセルの内にありながら、ムーンセルによって
Oh yeah, we have the gateway to the Zero Dark now.
それは必ずしも暗黒の世界ではないだろう。そなたと世は知っている。時空を超えて届けられた記録に触れたがゆえに。
An isolated space, closed off for ages. That's what the Zero Dark is, as far as we know. Then there's the far side of the moon, an imaginary space on the other side of the moon, where all of humanity's evils are sealed away. That's separate from the Zero Dark, since the far side is still considered part of the moon system. For anyone that wonders, that was involved in, well, CCC. So, more CCC stuff that I have no idea about. The Zero Dark is a territory of deep shadows, visible from neither the inside nor the outside. We already know what lies there. It's the Ark of the Stars, the external memory unit injected in the moon by the Umbral Star. We know the boundary is there to keep the Ark quarantined from the rest of the moon cell. How do you imagine this darkness resembles what space looked like before the sun? The space where nothing can be born. The moon cell named it the Zero Dark due to this nature. Its corruption is contained, but still festering inside. And there, the Umbral Star takes root. And of course, it's where the White Titan sleeps. Well, not exactly, because she isn't sleeping.
月へと埋め込まれた優勢のかけらか。夢見た光景にあったのは一面の暗がりのみだった。まさしく文字通りの幾星霜の年月。あやつが目にしてきたものが
I could imagine living in the cavern. That sounds like it would be crappy.
それにしても14000年とは長すぎて世には想像することもできぬ。
I certainly can't imagine it either. There's no way I could, even though I experienced everything in that memory as a dream. It was more like looking through sheets of data. It was nothing like living it myself. They say that a master who forms a contract with a servant sometimes experiences the events of their partner's life through dreams. The dream I had was even less real than that. It was more like a copy of a dream. I don't think I was able to pick up on the same things as Hakuno who sent me this record. A record is a record. It's a combination of images and sound. It doesn't copy over the emotions the recorder feels when the record is made. Since it's only means of absorbing information, like reading a book or watching a movie, what you take from it is up to you. Oh, but still.
その気持ちは世も同じだ。言ったであろう。サーバントはマスターと同じ夢を見ると。14000年の孤独など世にはわからぬ。わかるのは胸に宿ったこの気持ちだけだ。アルテラを救うことが本当に正しいのか、優勢の化身と分かり合うことはできるのか、というか奏者を取られてしまわないか。そんな恐れも当然ある。だが世にはあやつの最後の姿が忘れられない。世はアルテラを救いたい。そなたがそう願うからではない。あ、いや、少しはそなたのためにと思うところがないでもないが、これは世が、私が純粋に感じたことだ。私がそうしたいと感じたからこそ、アルテラをあの闇から連れ出そうと思う。それが世がそなたと共に戦う理由。生き残るために戦った聖杯戦争とは違う。人を救うというごく当たり前の我らの願いだ。
Saber spoke calmly, like she was confiding a secret from deep within her heart. She will fight, but not as the servant of Hakuno. She will fight against the darkness as her own person. I panicked there for a moment. The screen went black.
たとえ3分の1の分身であったとしても、あの奏者は命を懸けたのだ。 あの娘をアルテラを救うなどという大きな話のためではない。アルテラ目に幸福を教えてやるなどと、そんな小さな願いのために彼方の奏者は全てを費やした。そなたのサーバントとしてこれを叶えずしてどうする。あの思いも世は決して無駄にしたくない。何、どーんと任せるがよい。1万と4000年長きにわたって暗黒に閉ざされた者に輝けるものを見せてやる程度。世には造作もないことだ。この世のものとは思えぬ至高の芸術、黄金劇場の進化を今度こそ見せてやろう。
It's exactly as you say, Saber. It's only natural for us to protect Sarah, as the ones who live here. That's just our survival instinct as living creatures. But we have another reason besides that. Independent of my human desire to live, I want to save Altera. Oh, we're close. Uh-oh. I'm not gonna say the vixen.
貴様、いつからそこに。まさか初めから盗み見ていたというのか。
初めからではございません。そんなことなら飛び蹴りの一つでもくれています。私がお邪魔したのはつい先ほど。ノックをしても返事がない。つはご主人様の願をジャースと抜き足で入ってみれば、まああの巨人を救うとか言い合って二人で見つめ合うんですもの。そりゃ呆れて塊もします。
やはり貴様は反対か、キャスター。
そりゃそうでしょうとも。私たちがあの巨人にどれほど手を焼いたか、あなたもご主人様も知らないのですから。ですがまあ、あの時と今回とは状況が違うようですし、あの女の気持ちも少しだけ共感できますし。
Prepare for this week to be a bunch of story stuff.
かつて巨人を倒すために戦った者たちはことごとく敗れ去りました。ですが倒すためではなく救うために戦うというのは今までにない展開。かつて敗れた者の一端としてその結果、私も見とうございます。
キャスター、貴様言うではないか。あれは
Get roasted, Talamo?
良い女度が上がったのか。
振られてねえですよ。今回は私よりあなたの方が向いているから一歩譲ってあげてるだけです。ですがご主人様も底抜けのお人よしすぎて、私そちらの方が心配です。もちろんご主人様のそういう博愛満ち満ちすぎて逆に困らせてあげたくなるところも大好きですけど。
それはわかる。かなりわかる。だが世の方が大好きだぞ。そして奏者も世が大好きなの
The
だぞ。
war has begun.
はいはい、せいぜいこちらはここを守りますとも。ご主人様の戻る場所、必ずや優勢の軍勢から守り通
Having a
して
home
み
to
せ
come
ま
back
しょ
to
う。
is probably pretty important. I
ですから
have to
セイバ
agree
ー
with
さん、
Talamo on this one.
くれぐれもどうかご主人様のことよろしくお願いいたします。
無論である。
I know exactly what it is I want to protect. Now all I have to do is make it happen. Let's go to Altera's home base, to the end of the Zero Dark. Saint. Good old Saint. Saint Martha?
さて、キャスターの陣営を含めれば多くの英雄たちが新ローマ領に集った。情報もそれなりに集まった。この辺りでそろそろ本格的に考えておく必要があるか。どうだろうか、奏者よ。
It's exactly as Saber says. Since the decisive battle lies ahead of us, we should try to get as much brain work as possible done beforehand. So the problem lies with how we're going to answer the biggest question of all. How exactly are we going to save Altera?
実はな、機械を見て味方の9機に尋ねておいたのだ。故に今9つの案が出ている。頼もしいではないか。さすがはそれぞれの地、それぞれの時代で名を成した英雄だけのことはある。皆真摯に答えてくれたぞ。データの形でまとめてあるのでしばし待って。
Did you write it down on the sheet of paper?
これをこうして、よし。では行くぞ。まずは空風林だ。いわく
Ah, good
や
old
れる
Coup.
相手ならさっくりやっちまえばいいとのことだ。
Short, simple, sweet.
魔剣士殿も似たようなものだな。まず倒す、その後に妙案が浮かべばよし。似た者同士というかなんというか。
Alright, yeah, that's true. Let's just pretend we didn't hear those two and move on. What about Gawain and Archer?
録画データを見る限りでは、難しい顔をして首を振っている。アーチャーはまだしもガウェイン卿までだ。
Get wrecked, Shiro.
なんとも不甲斐ない。
Well, it's not like we've come up with much better ourselves. After all, we're talking about fighting an alien enemy from the edge of space. And on top of that, we're just not looking to defeat an alien, but to defeat and save an alien.
ライダーめも似たような感じか。呂布将軍は相も変わらずの様子であるし、カルナはおお、カルナは何やら言葉を残しているな。さすがは稀有なる見識の持ち主。このような事態にも一加減あるか。さてと、具体的には倒す者を救うという考えは矛盾している。月と太陽、どちらかを取れというようにな。だが一方だけでは
That sounds very philosophical.
どういう意味であろうか。カルナメはあれだな。少し遠くを見すぎているな。キャスターの気苦労が忍ばれる。そなたはどう思う？
Shouts to Karna being this year's Santa, by the way, in JP. I don't think I haven't forgotten. I have no idea. I think he means that we'll definitely save her. Yeah, it's definitely this one.
良い言葉だ。世の求める回答そのものではないにせよ。優しき英雄であるのだな、カルナ。希代の大英雄
Karna's the
として
bestest of bros.
古くより称えられただけのことはある。
Well, I still have faith in our planning. A way to save her. One single task to accomplish, and we may, well, already have the power to do so. The Regalia, a royal authority of the Moon's Holy Grail. As far as Seraph is concerned, it's a machine that can grant any wish. Since we have 2/3 of it in our possession, we should be able to do just about anything. So really, all we have left to do is hammer out the details of that plan. That battle was like 2 weeks ago, Nero. That was a long time ago.
征服王イスカンダル。あれは実に気高く眩しき大英雄であった。そして何よりも至極単純に強者である。こうして勝利を得て世とそなたは生き残りはしたが、二度戦って二度勝てるとは到底思えぬ。
Iskandar was a fearsome enemy, and at the same time he was a hero, exactly as Saber says. He had the courage to do whatever it took to obtain his heart's desires, as well as an adventurous spirit that made it hard to tear your eyes away from him. Even as we were fighting him, even as his enemy, I couldn't help but think that.
あれこそ英雄なる者の真髄に相違ない。
There is a reason why they call him Bro Skander.
のような正真正銘の大英雄に比べれば、世の武勇と勲のほどは
Oh, good old Romulus.
遠く及ばぬ。世とてローマ皇帝の座についた者、無二の人物であると自負はしているが、 やはりかのイスカンダル王には及ぶまい。大陸の多くをすべて、多くの王をその進化として従えた男。なんともはやファラオにさえなったというぞ。世の憧れるカエサルさえもが憧れたのだ。それにそう、叔父上もイスカンダル王を好んでいたな。
Ah, Caligula. Sabers, the person who was the uncle of the Roman Emperor Nero was
カリギュラ叔父だ。叔父上は我が母アグリッピナの兄にあたる。世から数えて先々代のローマ皇帝であった。よく膝の上に小さき世を乗せて古き時代の英雄譚を語って聞かせてくれたものだ。多くの物語を聞いたぞ。イーリアスの英雄たちはもちろんのこと、ヘラクレス、オデュッセウス、ペルセウス、中でもやはりアレクサンドロス大王、すなわちはイスカンダルの逸話になると叔父上もまた熱くなったものだ。
Saber's eyes seem to search for something in the distance. Her thoughts are in a long time gone. Emperor Caligula. When I think of the third emperor of ancient Rome, I recall that he was famous for being more of a tyrant than Nero. They say he was a blood-soaked despot. The Emperor of Death, who fell into madness. The greatest man in power at the time, he was temperamental and would steal lives away with a second thought. Or without a second thought. In the end, he was murdered in some internal plot. But the words that spilled from Saber's lips seem to paint an entirely different picture from the bloody legend I know. I recall that Emperor Caligula was considered an enlightened ruler and not a tyrant when he first took the throne. For the first few years of his rule, he was known as the Shining Star of Rome. Yes, just like the Saber I know. Perhaps the Caligula in her memories is forever in the shape of the good and wise king she was most familiar with.
世には優しい叔父だった。それだけは間違いがない。いつか自分も伝説の英雄たちのようにたまってしまうのは大行に過ぎるかもしれぬが、せめて良き皇帝でありたいとな、よく口にしていたものだ。それからいずれお前も良き貴族となれとな、言ってくれたのだ。
He does sound like a great uncle. I know he's not.
実によくしてくれた叔父上であった。
Alright, let's see here. Side missions. But don't worry about you. Who do we... probably Medusa. We got all... oh, I probably should look. Extella maneuvers, 500, 13, 500. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Alright, so let's lay out our plan here. I'm assuming we're going to have to take out that plant. There's two, so we got a ruler enemy. We might have to go to the ruler. We might actually have to go right. Yeah, we'll probably actually go right and take out the Lancer. So, go ahead and deploy. Yeah.